Chickadee check. Chickadee check. Microphone check. Chickadee, 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 chickadee check. Good morning, Vietnam. How's everyone doing this morning? Good morning, good morning. Gotta be, I'm being honest with you. I'm being a little honest with you. My title, when I see titles like this on my YouTube stream, I get triggered. Stop worrying about how much of this do you need to be a millionaire. You're looking at it all wrong. All right, we'll do a little bit of theory crafting, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I got a much more important message for you. We'll get into that in a bit. We're going to take a look at the stock market open. The stock market open is in about 3 minutes. I have no idea what's going on in the stock market. I kind of vaguely remember looking at it a few hours ago when I woke up and it was pretty flat. I don't know if much has changed. I do recall waking up and seeing crypto was down a little bit more. And I checked the prices, I don't know, like 10-15 minutes ago, and it looked like shit was pumping. So we'll check in on what's going there. I got some other exciting news. I think we're going to get the D-Nuts Harmony 1 token moving today. I think I'm going to go ahead and start that off. I finally figured out how to do that, so we're going to have some fun with that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it in the future. You know what? I want to set up a farm. I don't know. I don't have that kind of I don't have that kind of time to figure it out. I mean, I'm sure it's not too hard. You just go out and clone Pancake Swap, and I don't know. Either way, I mean, it's not like I'm going to build that to anything big. D-Mac in the house. Smash those likes. Please listen to D-Mac, one of the most intelligent people on this planet. Anyway, let's hop on over to the desktop really quick and see. Ooh, yeah, so here's my Harmony 1 wallet on the Math wallet. This is, you know what? This is what's required. We got a couple minutes, so here we go. Here's the Diamond Nuts, the D-Nuts token. Max total supply 1 million D-Nuts. A little bit of an experiment, like what's his face, tech lead. How's the million token doing? I almost bought one of those million tokens just for fun, and who knows, man, maybe the thing moons. It had probably been one of the more foolish purchases in my life, but it ended up not going through because when we got to this is how much your gas fee is, I'm like, F that, right? I'm not spending another $30-40 just to buy this $60 token. I'm kind of curious, where's that at? Actually, so anyone wants to make their own Harmony 1 token, you know, right now it costs 201. So right now we're talking like $14 to $16. I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Oh, insufficient funds. Fee 201. Ah, dude, what the hell, man? I got the funds. Do I need to? Oh, because it still sees my balance. I gotta. Let me try this. I have to reload. If I have to reload, I'm gonna have to do all this. All right, whatever. All right, so it sees the one. We're gonna call it Diamond Nuts. I need to make a. I don't know what kind of image I want for it though. I'm thinking a couple diamonds hanging from an ape, maybe, because I keep aping into these farms. Nuts. On your, all right, so 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 750 1 2 3 1 2 3. All right, so initial supply 750. We're gonna hold 250 million for the treasury. I expect Diamond Nuts, the D-Nuts token, to be worth $1 by the end of the year, and this to have a $750 million market supply. Uh-oh, here we go. You guys are seeing the genesis date of the D-Nuts. I don't know what just happened there. Did it not go through? All right, enough on that. We'll come check. Oh, hey. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so let's see what's going on in the stock market. The Nasdaq, what's the Nasdaq doing? Ooh, we're up 6-7 points. Basically flat, basically a non-event. Bitcoin up 12. Ooh, Bitcoins are moving. Bitcoin up 1,245. The ES is down 16 points. That's kind of what's going on there. Why is the Nasdaq up and the S&P down? I mean, down 15 is kind of big compared to what the Nasdaq's doing, bonds, 10-year. The dollar looks down a little bit. That's good for the good kids when it comes to Bitcoin. We want that dollar to go down. Crude oil, $68 a barrel. Are you kidding me? That is out of control. It was up to like 76. Ooh, what's the price of gas these days? I don't do that much driving around. Low key beams in the house. How you doing, brother? How's I know you sold it yesterday, so hopefully that was the right move. What was it, AMC? So you, what was that? Yeah, dude, that one, I forget. Was it? No, it was GME, right? You did GME. The other shit stock. You had a 120 put that expired this week, if I remember correctly. Almost no chance of that one making you money. So probably a good thing you sold. Yeah, but if the price plummets over the next 2 days, then I'm wrong. So will ETH upgrade make your stuff cheaper? Yeah, bro, don't like that. I've been there, dog. Like I've been there. Like, oh yeah, man, this is cheap, and but especially on weeklies, nah, dude. Just stop buying options. You're not gonna win, but you're like, oh yeah, man, this is only, I can spend $40 and I think it's gonna tank, and you'd be surprised. All right, is the Ethereum upgrade gonna make stuff cheaper? You know, I honestly don't know. I've been doing a lot of thinking about this. You know what they say about assholes? Everyone has an opinion. Is that how that goes? Nah, dude. Like, you're gonna have opinions one way or the other. So I think it's going to be good. What is Tesla doing? Up 391. All right. So I think Ethereum price, I don't know that it's going to do much for the gas fees. I really don't, because all it's really doing is changing how you do it. You tip them now. I don't know. We'll have to see. It is going to be, you know, my sources tell me, and I got better sources than Big Boy. I'm kidding. Why didn't my diamond nuts not go through? Let me hit submit one more time. Accept. Yeah. All right. All right, Ripped.io. I want my token. So I don't know. I don't know how it's any different, to be honest, because now you can hit slow, medium, fast on your gas fees. I really don't think it's going to do a... Yeah, you learn quick. Oh, he made $8. Yeah, so you got lucky, dude. I remember my first option play. I think I made like $2,000 or $3,000. I just hit a home run on like Apple or something, like right out of the gate. This is probably like 15 years ago or something like that. And then I'm just like, oh my goodness, king of the world. I got this is easy. I'm about to make me some money. And then you just lose it all. So anyway, fast, medium, slow, whatever, you know, you pay your little gas fee and it just kind of does it for you. Now you tip them. I don't know how much that's going to change the dynamics, honestly, when it comes to how much gas fees are. We'll have to see how that plays out. I do think the price of Ethereum is going to start skyrocketing if it is true that it is truly making it deflationary. I already, you know, my theory is I do believe there's going to be a lot of institutions really start aggressively going into Ethereum, just as aggressively, if not more aggressively, than Bitcoin. There's a lot of reasons for institutions, businesses, companies to own Ethereum, to own hash rate, to own Bitcoin, to own hash rate. Possibly you're going to see businesses running validators. You know, there's like Theta. Who is it? There's a talent agency that's running a validator because they see it and I see it. You know, Theta is going to be big in the future. Ethereum is going to be massive in the future. We're going to talk about Polkadot. It's in the title. It's a little clickbaity. How much Polkadot do you need to be a millionaire? Well, you know what? Actually, I'll tell you the answer right now. I'm going to tell you exactly. I'm Nostradamus. I'm giving you the future. How much Polkadot if you need to become a millionaire? All right, so Polkadot's 18.32. We're going to do 1 million divided by 18.32. There you go, guys. You need 54,585 Polkadot. Is that right? Yeah, that's how much you need to become a millionaire. Nah, but seriously, this theory crafting, these videos really like trick. I used to watch them, and now it's getting to the point where I can hardly watch anything on YouTube. Stop worrying about how much you need to become a millionaire. Worry about what I look at now is I just keep buying, I keep accumulating. And one thing that's really interesting is I earn 12% on my dot. So just worry about how much you can accumulate without. I kind of went off the track on, wow, creating your own security token, going to the big house. But yeah, dude, our security, the SEC is coming after my ass. Surprised you're here so early. Your boy Meet Kevin just started streaming. All right, who knows with ETH, but yeah. So, oh my goodness, I'm so scared. So Ethereum roll-ups, Optimism, Arbitrum, ZK. What are they called? ZK roll-ups or whatever. ZK something. There's different ways of layer 2 scaling. So layer 1 scaling with Ethereum is going to be Ethereum 2, going from proof of stake to proof of work, and sharding, right? So that's going to theoretically make it be up to like 100,000 transactions per second. Layer 2 scaling is Optimism. I'm sure a lot of people heard of that. I think Uniswap and Optimism are going to be big pretty soon. There's pros and cons to all this, and I'm not going to get too deep into the weeds, but the bottom line is, I believe theoretically, as you move money, and I'll probably be doing this. I'll probably be yield farming on Optimism. We can check out my yield farms in a bit. But money money's gonna go out of Ethereum. So I'm kind of curious to see how that dynamic plays out, because I believe you're technically now on Optimism. Now, Optimism does this roll-ups, and it still uses the security of Ethereum, and there's still going to be gas and all this. But it's like I believe the way it works is like it gets all these transactions and it rolls it up, and then it uses the Ethereum blockchain to verify the transaction. And then moving your money back out of Optimism takes a really long time, like 7 to 14 days or something. Unlike Polygon, where you can go back and forth. And when you put your money from Polygon back into Ethereum, it takes like, I don't know, 45 minutes or something. It's not that bad. But with Optimism, it could be days. Now, there's some services. It's my understanding there's going to be some protocols out there that'll do it almost instantly, but you pay a fee. So, it's going to be really weird. But like I said, at the end of the day, I believe that's liquidity leaving Ethereum and being in Optimism. I'm not an expert at all this. Again, I just started doing cryptocurrency about 8 months ago, so I don't know, maybe about a year ago now. But we'll have to see, so I don't think that's really going to play a big role in it, though, because of the adoption and the amount of people and just how quickly people are coming into it. I think the amount of liquidity coming in is going to far offset any liquidity maybe moving into Optimism. And then we got the ZK roll-ups or whatever they're called coming pretty soon. There's going to mature, and there's just going to be a lot of maturity coming into all of it. And at the end of the day, with Ethereum 2.0, the layer 1 scaling, and that's going to probably reduce the gas prices. But at the end of the day, Ethereum, like I say quite often, Ethereum and Cardano's got the smart contracts coming up really soon too. Those are my two biggest bags. And there's a lot of reasons for that. One, I think they're both going to outperform Bitcoin. I think the utility that they have and the amount of stuff you can do with it, I'm very excited for yield farming coming up on Cardano and all the things that are going to come of that. But it's going to be an interesting time. And another huge reason why I'm not saying it's bad if you're like more Bitcoin maximalist and more of your money's in Bitcoin and in these altcoins. I think you're going to be just fine. I think you're going to make a ton of money if all you did was go into Bitcoin too. I'm a little bit more strategic though. I look at past market cycles, and I'm a very firm believer that it doesn't really matter I mean, it matters what the past market cycles did, but the cycles are meant to be broken. And I think there's a good chance it could be broken this year. That being, oh my goodness, don't say the 3 words that trigger you. That being said, I think we could very easily see the same thing happen again this year because greed will play a huge role in it. Market will go parabolic because people will FOMO in, and we're getting at that time where it's supposed to happen, so we got to be ready for it. That's plan A. Market will go parabolic, market will dump, market will relief rally, Bitcoin will dump, and Ethereum will go parabolic. That will be a top signal for me, and I'll start taking profits. And then Ethereum will eventually start dumping 1 to 2 weeks later, and it'll go down. You know, Cardano and a few other coins will probably be moving with it, and it's just going to roll its way down. That's plan A. I think, you know, and again, plan B is if we're wrong, we just hold until we're right. We're eventually going to be right. And that's going to be the big message when we look at the Polkadot. How much Polkadot does it take to be a millionaire? Well, I already told you, 54,000. There's a couple things I was looking at, and I already posted one of the links down below. You know, so I have 1,000 Polkadot, and actually have 1,007.8. 2 or 3 weeks ago, I posted a video all out of Polkadot. I'm selling my Polkadot. It was not a very well received video. I got more dislikes than likes. Because people just see the title and they just hit the dislike. They don't even see what's going on. I sold my Polkadot because tax loss harvesting. Dude, I was down like $20,000 on my Polkadot. So I sold it. A lot of people tell you on the internet you can sell it and buy back in immediately. I will say, first of all, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. I'm most certainly not a CPA, and I'm most certainly not a tax advisor. The IRS could step in and say, well, that's not the spirit of the law. No, dude, you can't, right? If you do it immediately, you could be possibly asking for trouble. I waited like 1 to 2 days. So I'm less likely to have any problems with that. I'm not saying I won't have problems with it. And at the end of the day, you know, it's not going to make or break me if they say, nah, man, that's not going to fly. You need to pay your taxes on that. It'd be, you know, a few $1,000s I'd have to scrape up. But according to the letter of the law, what I did was most certainly legal. And I took the risk of not owning that Polkadot for a couple days. It could have skyrocketed in that time. I was willing to take that risk. So I bought 1,000 Polkadot back. And to answer the question of this very clickbait trigger you title, how much Polkadot do you need to be a millionaire? I don't think it's unreasonable. Owning 1,000 Polkadot could eventually make you a millionaire in the next 5 to 10 years. So I'm looking at this. So I just plugged it in like it's a dollar amount, right? I have 1,000 Polkadot. So I just put in $1,000, 10 years. I'm getting 12% on Kraken. Hopefully it stays like that for a while. And that just kind of gives me an idea of how much Polkadot I'm going to own over time. After 1 year, I'm going to own 1,127 Polkadot. After 2 years, I'm going to own 1,271 Polkadot. I'm already at 1,008 Polkadot, and it's only been a few weeks. And this is compounding pretty quickly because I get paid twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday, in Polkadot. We look, and this is the message. Don't worry about how much you need to be a millionaire, right? Too many people are wanting to get rich quick. Worry about how much passive income you're making off assets that you have zero intention of selling, right? I do have an intention of selling if plan A comes into effect. If plan A comes into effect and it does go parabolic, Bitcoin hits the top of the growth curve, and I think there's a really good chance of being a massive pullback. But even then, like, I don't hit my long-term capital gains until like the end of January or February. I'd have to double check. So I don't know that I want to mess with paying a shitload of taxes, like 30-40% of taxes on my capital gains. You throw in, if I hit the 35% whatever for the federal, and then California's out of control with 12%. That's a reason for me to vote for me, Kevin, but I don't think he could pull off his little tax plan. There's no way that shit's gonna fly when he gets it. He's no way he pulls that off in like whatever year he has. But it's like I didn't even, when Bitcoin was 65,000 and it went down to 30,000, I didn't regret not selling. For one, like I need Bitcoin to pull back 30-40% just for it even to make it like to yellow back in, right? Because you got to worry about those taxes. And a lot of people don't think about taxes, man. You just took a realized gain. That shit's on the books. And if it's a lot of money, you possibly even need to be paying like quarterly taxes now. Or you could just take the 3% penalty or whatever. Again, not tax advice, but that's just what I'm talking about. So I own 1,008 Polkadot. I do think it's reasonable that Polkadot could 10x. So if Polkadot 10x's, 1,000 Polkadot's $1 million, right? I think. Is that how the math works? I don't know, something like that. But dude, you're also earning 12%. All I care about is how much I'm earning monthly in passive income or how much I'm earning daily. I need this number. I'm worried about what these numbers are when I think it's near the worst of time. And I think recently we were near the worst of times of crypto. It could get worse. It could get worse over time. But for now, I'm just stacking and I'm stacking and I'm stacking. So my thought process is I don't care. I mean, I do care. I much prefer a 10x in the next year versus, going down 30%. But if it goes down, I just try and buy more. And then my mindset is how much passive income will I be making in 4 or 5 years? And hopefully it greatly outpaces what I'm paying to work my nuts off for just in the real life, right? If my crypto is worth, if my crypto is worth 5 million, great. That's great. That's pretty comfortable. But it's not like I just want to start pulling that out unless I want to, possibly leverage it, yield farm it, leverage it to maybe buy real estate. But at the end of the day, how much passive income is it making me? And these are all very safe forms of passive income, already making me enough to pay my house payment and a little bit left over already, right? So it doesn't take that much more for me to live comfortably. And I think we're still so early in it, and I'm still buying. I say this all the time. I watch my expenses. I'm frugal-ish, right? I stop wasting money on a bunch of dumb shit and alcohol and things like that. And instead, I'm still investing $500 to $1,000 a month in crypto. So if I invest, say, $12,000 over the next 12 months in crypto and that 10x's, well, that's another $120,000. And then that's earning interest and et cetera, right? So I'm much less concerned about how much Cardano I need to be a millionaire. I already know I have enough Cardano to be a millionaire because there's no doubt in my mind Cardano is going to be at least $10 in the next 5 to 10 years, unless it just completely falls on its face. But I don't think that's going to happen. And again, the bulk of my money, like 95% of my money is in crypto. It's probably more like 98%. I'm not including my IRA, so that would lower it a bit. And I'm not including like my net worth from my house. But the vast majority of my net worth is in crypto. And that's because that's how convinced I am that it is the future. So we also have the passive income that I'm making on, and this one right here, we're going to need to change. Like, don't even worry about this one. We'll just put that to 0 for now. But right now, I'm making $3,100, fairly safe $3,100 a month in passive income. And this is going to continue to grow too. This stuff is going to continue to grow, and there's going to be a lot of opportunity here. This is about 10, because this, you can see, this isn't perfect, but my portfolio, this is my portfolio. Like I said, it's not perfect. It could use some adjustments. But I have about 411,000 in crypto. This is what I'm currently up, even though it kind of, I was at like 700,000 before May, before Elon and all that. So I think this could easily 5 to 10x in the next 5 to 10 years. And I would be very happy if I never had to sell any of this. Now, I'm a little, I like to Like, for example, I really regret not having any Solana. I want some Solana. But it's just like how much, I don't really have a lot of money to buy Solana, and I don't want to sell my Cardano to buy Solana. I don't want to sell my Polkadot. I don't really. So if it ever gets to a point where the crypto shit hits the fan and Plan A goes into effect and we do sell, then if the market crazy crashes, then I'll be looking to like maybe readjust some and then buy some Solana. But at the end of the day, I think I'm going to be just fine if I don't own Solana. So if you're one of those Solana people out there, I agree. It looks like an amazing project. I would love to own some. But if I make a ton of money off Ethereum, Cardano, and Bitcoin, I'm not going to cry over some lost Solana, right? So again, this is going to grow. As this grows, the very safe passive income grows. If these, how much they pay you stay roughly the same, in crypto 5x's, now I'm making $6,000 a month in passive income. $6,000 a month in passive income. And I think it's reasonable for a 5x in crypto to be near the bottom in 4 to 5 years. I gotta tell you, man, I can live pretty comfortably by just doing nothing and earning $5,000 or $6,000 in passive income. But I'm not gonna be sitting around doing nothing. I'm gonna be continuing to hustle, whether it's sell up my job making good money, or whether it's yield farming with 5 or 10% of my portfolio making good money. So let me catch up with the chat really quick. Who knows with ETH, but it's the most. Yeah, I really agree with you on that. I think I'm more bullish ETH than anything. Cardano, I'm right there with it bullish wise. I believe and I could be way wrong on this, but I think Ethereum is going to end up being heavily. So I think both of them, gaming is going to start playing a big role in cryptocurrency, a huge role. I don't know if you guys know this or not, and gals. Again, we're not sexist over here. Gaming is a massive, hundreds of billions of, maybe even probably trillions. I don't know, trillions a pretty big number, but billions and billions and billions of dollars of revenue come in gaming. And, kind of think about how gaming was when it first started, especially on the internet. It kind of reminds me of what it looks like now. I haven't played the Axie game or Axie Infinity or whatever, but there's going to be so much of that coming into crypto over the next. And that's one of the reasons why I don't necessarily think we're going to have this huge bear winter in cryptocurrency. We're going to see a lot of people coming out with good and shitty projects in gaming, and we're going to see that evolve massively. Just think about in general, like, when the smartphones started getting apps and how big that was, and then gaming and how big that was. There is going to be a lot of innovation and thought coming into just gaming in general. Play this game and earn money, etc. Big institutions coming in with their applications. I have this coupon idea, blockchain. Sure, Amazon or someone has already, figured out maybe that's the way to go. But, it's all coming. And then just the DeFi alone. Look, you see it. I'm making just alone. This one right here is my biggest one, my sushi swap. $2,000 a month in passive income, earning sushi and earning Harmony 1. 2 tokens I'm extremely bullish. We could be a lot safer with this and just make, like, I could just put a bunch of money. Say I put that $30,000 into this right here instead. Is that 300 or 30? I can make $500 a month in passive income on cash. And I eventually want to get to this point where I do have a nice size amount of cash just earning me 10 to 15 to 20% passive income. And there's other ways I'm looking at. There's ways to do single asset farming on Bitcoin. But it's a bit riskier. Excuse me one second. DeFi is a lot riskier because it's so early, right? It's so early. There's smart contract risks. There's rug pulls. There's exploits, flash loans, and all that. So this is why, like, I feel pretty safe with my 30,000 in Sushi Swap, but it's risk. I could wake up or news could happen. It could happen in an instant. Sushi got exploited. Sushi got flashed on. Your money's gone. Will Sushi replace my money? Maybe. I don't know, right? It's going to suck, but I'm not going to be homeless if this gets lost. There's much less chance of this getting lost, right? Much less chance. I mean, unless Gemini gets hacked and they have insurance, and most of my money's in Gemini, and my Polkadot is in Kraken, and my Cardano's on the dataless wallet making 5%, right? So I was pointing out, so for example, this is really interesting to me. Well, what's the price of coin? I'm getting my ass, so I'm getting a little bit more degen on the piggy bank. We can talk about that in a second. I'm not even selling my coin. I'm praying, so it's starting to come up a little bit. So I'm real quick, take a look. So I'm stacking my coin and I'm putting it in their syrup pool. I don't even at this point, I don't even care. Like I could potentially lose $1,400, whatever. C'est la vie. I don't want to lose $1,400, but I am not losing a wink of sleep over it. So I'm just harvesting my coin, because I think there could be a chance that this finds like some steam. They're gonna add. I could be way wrong, right? I'm just getting. This is a huge roll the dice. So I'm just getting my coin, making like 200 coin a day, and I'm stacking as much coin as I can right now. Just stacking it. All right, did that go through yet? Pretty sure it did. So I'm just coming over here, and I'm just adding it to the coin pool, kind of like I'm doing over on Harmony One. I'm farming, not Harmony One, Pancake. I'm farming Harmony One. I'm farming BNB, and I'm earning cake, and then I'm putting cake into the pool, and I'm just compounding, right? This doesn't have an auto compound, I don't think, which I wish they would add that, and they might, but I'm just adding it, right? I'm just adding it, right? I'm just stacking coin. Maybe we can get coin back up to $1, and by then I've racked up like 3,000 coin, right? Or maybe coin goes to 0 and I lose all my money. What are you gonna do, right? Excuse me. All right, so like I mentioned, I didn't post this calculator down below. They have a simple, and this is back to the Polkadot. If you want to play around with it, knock yourself out. It's on the advanced right now. I kind of like looking at this one. It just kind of gives you an idea. Just buy, if you're bullish dot, just buy dot, right? And then maybe buy 1 dot a month or 10 dot a month or whatever you want, and whatever percentage of your portfolio, and just kind of see, like, this tells me in 10 years I should own 3,319 dot roughly. I'll be pretty happy with that. Tripling my dot, just tripling the amount of dot I own in 10 years, plus the fact that it could theoretically 10x, 50x. I mean, just think about it. In the early 2000s, if you said Apple was going to be a $2 trillion company, I think it was 90 billion at the time, people would have laughed you out of the building. What do you think is going to happen in the next 10 years of crypto? Yeah, guys and gals, brothers and sisters. Polkadot could 10x. Polkadot could 50x. It could. I don't know, though. I really don't know. Again, I don't care, man. I'm just worried about how much passive income I can make on it. And this is just icing on the cake. So Polkadot is a very, very cheap $18.8 billion market cap. This could easily become what the market cap of Ethereum is now. I don't know, what is that, like 300 billion? You're talking like a 20, 10, 15, 20x, and just to be where Ethereum is now. So I do think Polkadot could be a 200 billion, 10, 11x, right? So, I mean, just, you could go play around with whatever math you want. My message is, don't worry about it. Just worry about how much passive income. All right, aren't we in, let's see, aren't we in it for the underlying tech? Yep, hell yeah. Yep, that could, So Saint Gaming says, aren't we in it for the underlying technology, smart contracts, DeFi? Yeah, dude. Well, very well said. Like, to me, the freedom I have right now with, like, it's also a little bit nerve wracking because you got to really make sure you don't make mistakes when you send your money around and you protect your money. It's a whole different mindset, but I'm not, and I don't have nothing against banks, kinda, right? I don't like some practices of banks. There's good and bad, there's trade-offs, there's no perfect, there's only trade-offs. So banks have their value, but I prefer having control over my money. Just like everyone talks about passive investing. I'm an active investor. I think being active with your money and investing, controlling your money and all this makes you a much better person all around. It makes you really think out situations. It gives you the confidence. If you can make decisions with your money, it gives you an extreme amount of confidence just in real life in general. I make decisions like, I mean, like, how much more proof in the pudding do you need? To me, this is really kind of monopoly money, but like, I made big decisions with money. If crypto were to tank, my net worth is going to basically go from 410,000 to zero, because this is where, but I make these decisions. I do it with confidence. And when you can make decisions with money, like I said, it gives you a lot of confidence just in general in the world. And especially when you're right. Right now, I'm a little bit north of right. I mean, you can see this is my rough profit loss on crypto. And this is just in the last 6 months, right? Just in the last 6 months. And you got to be careful with that confidence, though. You got to be careful with that confidence. You don't want to end up doing things like going on margin and leverage trading and things like that. That's where you can really get in trouble. So Think Gang also says a few messages retracted I probably missed. Exactly careful with that buyback, then you can make laws retroactive. Definitely don't buy back same day. Oh yeah, we're talking about the tax situation. Yeah, man. A lot of people are making those videos. I don't know if they're just trying to, get the clicks. For example, I first learned about it from Graham Stephan, and it was a typical freaking Graham Stephan clickbait video. I sold all my Bitcoin or whatever, just to get, obviously that's going to drive a bunch of clicks. And that's what he said he did. But I do think he also mentioned the same thing, that like, be careful. Don't just think you could sell it and buy back immediately. Because, the IRS can, that's the government. You do not, first of all, you don't want to piss off the IRS, because they will be up your ass for the rest of your life, making your life miserable. And it's the long arm of the government law. So I don't hear a lot of stories of people taking on the government and winning. Dude, I was in an accident with a postal service delivery driver. 1,000,000% her fault. I'm driving down a 2-lane road, and she comes out of a parking lot, and I had to swerve, and she clipped the back of my car. Dude, they completely blew me off, unresponsive, did not care. Insurance had a hell of a time. I don't even know whatever happened, but they would not return phone. They gave 0 Fs, right? That's the United States Postal Service. Dude, what do you think dude, come on. Like, IRS, if you ever come across this video, much love. I pay my taxes. I wish, I don't want to get into politics. So that's one thing Trump did that he was trying to do that I actually support. Tax law changes, man, we need it. Reform, just like with Obama and Obamacare. Everyone, I'm going to show both sides here. Healthcare needs reform. You got to start somewhere. It wasn't perfect. Let's work on it. Trump tried tax reform. It's not perfect, but let's continue to work on it and fix it, right? Good things can come out of either side. Now, I'm not too happy with where Biden's going with some of his tax ideas. I'm not going to lie to you. In general, I haven't been happy with either side I haven't been too happy with either side overall, and I'm not really overly thrilled about a lot of what's coming out of the Biden administration. So don't think I'm like extreme Democrat or extreme Republican here. I just what makes the most sense. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let's see what's going on in the crypto and stock market. Like I said, crypto was a bumping. I mean, DOT's doing really well. It's up 6%. It was negative this morning. Ethereum's up over 2,600. That's really good. Bitcoin pushing 39,000 again. That's good for the good kids. Why do we get such a... Oh, it's only $1. So here we go. Are we going to push back up to the lines? Let's go to the sticks. This is the downtrend line. The trend is your friend. This trend is not our friend. So we need to get back above this and start moving up. Breaking above this would be a break of the downtrend. And we did push up against this and come back down. I eventually think we're going to come back above this. It's you know, you got to win the battles to eventually win the war. So we won the battle of getting past some of these resistance points. Now we got to win the battle. End of the day, you know my opinion on technical analysis. I think it's mostly just a massive waste of time, but I'll quickly look at it and say, yeah, you know, we are breaking out of the downtrend. So right now, this is my next target. Although this is quickly encroaching on like other targets, but yeah. Anyway, Bitcoin's pushing back up. We were down to 37.4. That's not that bad. I mean, that's not that bad at all. We had a really good run, nice little pullback, and then back off to the races, in my opinion. You need to have those pullbacks. It can't just be straight up. I mean, go back and look at the chart. It's never just straight up all the time. You're always going to have pullbacks. So hopefully this is our pullback. We start bouncing back up, get another higher high. How are we looking on the... let's look at these are the EMAs. The SMAs are what everyone looks at, but this will be good enough. So the 8 did cross the 20. We're moving back up to the 200. Everyone's going to get ready for it. Brace yourselves on YouTube. Golden Cross Bitcoin. I can't even imagine all the titles right now, like Don't Be Fooled, Golden Crosses. I guess the Don't Be Fooled doesn't work when it's going up. It'll probably be like get in before Bitcoin's going to 100,000. Anyway, you get it. I love you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. I might stream tonight. I don't know. Who knows? That's why you got to hit that notification bell. But I do like the, you know, discussing the markets early in the morning, and usually the faithful are around at that time, and I do really enjoy talking to you. Let's do a quick look at my, why can I not get my Diamond Nuts token? Like I went I went through the hassle. What is going on here? Like I went through the hassle adding this stupid math wallet. Yeah, I've already done this. All right. I don't know. Maybe I just need to refresh the page. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace and gals.